It's time to develop a stutter. Anyway, guys, what is up? It is Raven Safe Haven here, and today I'm bringing you guys what I think the top decks for next format will be. Looking into it, looking into the this is again going off of Shriek's ban list of the OCG, and I'll be making a different video of what I think of the list. But I feel like I should just go ahead and make a list of the decks that I think are going to be played and going to see to be the best decks of the format. So at number 5, I'm choosing Fire Kings. This was a kind of a roguer choice. I feel like there was very like a lot of contenders, and I'll explain those in the video. But I felt like Fire Kings would just be really, really good. Especially with Yaksha and Grunix constantly blowing shit up, it being a slower format, it'll make Fire Kings even better than what it already is. Especially if people want to play more like with three Mirror Force, people are gonna be wanting to play 3 Mirror Force for some reason. And now when Grunix attacks, if it's their only out, just Mirror Force. Okay, cool, bro. Just go ahead and sub shit, nuke the board again. So. And Yaksha is really broken. Getting destroyed cards from your hand is amazing, because Yaksha is Yaksha, and Yaksha is amazing. At number 4, I have my fabled Inzectors. Now, I know people are like, stop playing Inzectors, but it's true, guys. I do feel like in a slower format, people aren't going to be, really wanting to negate as monster effects as much. With a slower format, people are not going to be main decking 3 Maxi and 3 Valor. They're going to be, setting a lot of traps, which Inzectors is usually fine with, as long as it's not like Torrential, Compulse, Boundless. Even then, though, it's just like, cool story, bro. I really don't care. People are gonna be wanting to play Starlight Road and Mirror Force and D-Priz and all of this other stuff. Phoenix Chains. Well, Phoenix Chains and all the back row does hurt me. There's a lot of back row removal, and I feel like Inzectors, since it's going to be a slower format, they're already a fast deck, and if they continue to, be a fast deck, as long as that nothing gets surprisingly hit by them, I do feel like, Inzectors will do fine in this format. And, me, I'm not even going to go into why I think Inzectors are going to be good, because I've already done like 9 videos about them. But anyway. At number 3, I have Madolche. Madolche is a amazing deck. However, in a back row prevalent format, Madolche kind of has a struggle, because anything that hits Madolche kind of hurts. Like most of them fall to bottomless. Compulse always hurts. D-Priz really hurts. Mirror Force not as much, because like I said, it gets shuffled back in the deck. And Torrential, same thing. They kind of just get shuffled back in the deck. But in a much more back row more prevalent format, they can get off their Tiramisu plays as easily, so it's going to be a lot harder to summon Tiramisu and shovel stuff at the back of the deck, and such and such, and go for the exceed plays if the back row is more prevalent. But there is other things. Plus, it's just the reason I chose it over Inzectors is because it's more constant. It's a lot easier to draw better, and Madolche can handle some back row better than Inzectors can. Anyway, at number, what was this? 6, 5, 4. Okay, my bad. This was 6, 5, 4. Pay no attention to me. At number 3, I have Fire Fist. Fire Fist is really good, but however, it falls down to the next 2 decks that I'm about to state. Depending on the axis, really. 4 axis, 3 axis, if you get Valored, it really sucks. If you have a breakthrough skill at Phoenix Chain, you have a 500 or a 0 attack monster on the board that really just sits there, and then you cry because of it. 4 axis, however, Wolfbark getting Valored, not as bad, because it's protectable with a Lance and maybe a trap. If you have a Lance and a trap with 3 axis, oh well, it really doesn't matter. But regardless, I do feel like, we all both know that Chicken's really good, and 3 axis is amazing, and 4 axis is going to be good. Especially with Cardinal, and, them not really caring about back row, because I know in my deck it's already back row heavy. It's 2 Gorilla, 2 Lance, 3 MST, a heavy, 2 Gyoku, the Night Beamish type of trap that can't be activated, another card. Tenkin, save them during main phase 1. It just, it's ridiculous, really. It's amazing. how much protection they have from back row. So I do feel like that's a big part of why in the slower format with a lot more back row they're gonna do fine. Plus, it's just a good deck. At number 2, I have Constellars. Now, Constellars take the number 2 spot because, they have Sombra, they have late game plays. They're really fast in a slow format, and they're really controlling. They're just make Blades, make Omega, and then you can't get over it because anything you try to summon, Blades is gonna bounce back. Omega's gonna protect them from the whole board. Now, obviously, this sucks if the traps get off early enough, but first turn Omega is nothing to deal with. Like, first turn Omega sucks. They make first turn Omega really easily due to Pollux and Koss, or Pollux and whoever for that reason, Algetti and Koss, whoever, and another level 4. Make Omega and then make Pleiades and then feel safe for the rest of the game. It's really dumb. Some of the plays that Constellar has, it's just like, I'm gonna keep bouncing your shit back with Pleiades. Good luck with doing anything else. It really blows. It really does. Trying to play a deck that constantly returns everything to your hand and it just feels like you can never do anything. It really sucks, but that's what Constellars does, and it's a really great deck. And at number 1, I have Evil Swarm. Evil Swarm takes it because easy eradicator targets, easy crush card targets, not crush card, but deck devastation targets. With the return of Synchros, Ophion becomes that much more powerful in a back row prevalent format that didn't hit the pandemic. And it protects all their monsters, and it's just like, well, instead of protecting just one, you protect your whole board, and it seems dumb. If they main deck Valor, they main deck Dress, they'll play Safe Zone. They play so much protection from back row, and then play so much back row already themselves, and they're going to play in a slower format. Well, that's great, because I'm going to make Ophion, so any play you try to do usually does not go through. You're going to make Ophion, back it up with a trap or two, and then set a lance. And then in a format where synchros are becoming more popular, you have Fire Kings that they can't summon back from grave, and 3-axis that can't go off with their Horse Prince, and if heroes, thank God that Super Poly gets around pandemic, but heroes, they can't Miracle Fusion. The only thing that I saw was hopefully Constellars can just survive. That 2550 gets in there. They can't just make Omega first turn against Constellar or against Evil Swarms and expect to be okay if they don't have the right protection. It's not gonna happen. It's really not gonna happen, guys. 2400 compared to the 2550. It runs you over and it protects itself. Fuck. That's why I think these decks are going to be next format. Now, a few of the decks that I did say had potential to do really great next format are Gadgets, Plants, Crank Grain Plants, Echeria, Redox Plants, Blackwings with the return of Black Window 2, Dark Worlds are always going to be good, and Boojins depending on the support. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my top 5, well technically top 6 decks of next format, what I think they're going to be. If you guys have any opinions of what you think they're going to be, if you think I missed an archetype, which I probably did because I don't think things through sometimes. I do think this is what it's going to be like. I think Inzaghi is going to have a hard time, really. So maybe I just have way too much faith in Inzaghi, and maybe that's what it is. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace. Love you.